Hello, Prairie Soap House friends and supporters. Welcome to this week's essential oil profile all about Juniper Berry. So if we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Erin Oberlander. I am a certified holistic aromatherapist and herbalist, and my goal is to help you feel empowered with the information that you need in your life to be able to live a vibrant, holistic lifestyle with ease. So I want to take away the confusion for you and just teach you basic principles and give you all the tools that you need to take back the power that a very disempowering system has put in place for all of us, where we're giving away our power related to our health and wellness. So I want to help you to take that back. And some of the ways that I do that is through education, such as this essential oil profile that I do every Wednesday afternoon, as well as some additional educational opportunities. So before I jump into talking about Juniper Berry, this is actually related to the other thing I want to talk about today, which is the winter session of the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy, which is going to be starting on the winter solstice, which is coming up on the 21st. So if you're a person who is feeling like your brain is filled with squirrels going 100 different directions, taking your focus away, you're feeling distracted, maybe you're feeling disconnected from your purpose, maybe you're feeling disconnected from nature or from other people, or maybe from a sense of the divine in your life, and you're just not really sure how to get back to that. Maybe you have a sense that you could be healthier, but you're finding that there's a lot of confusing and conflicting information out there. Maybe you are looking for ways to get back to who you know you are, and it's just been so many years since you have felt in touch with him or her. So that is what the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy is designed to do, and myself and my partner Corey Ann Faith, who is a design life strategist, have set up a really fun, honestly it's my favorite session. Winter session is going to be all about connecting with things for winter that really help us to take back our health, take back our power, get connected with nature and our own intuition again. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like some things that you've been struggling with, I want to encourage you at the end of this video to go to intuitivewinter.com and get yourself enrolled in class right away, because class is actually going to be starting really soon, and once doors are closed, they're closed permanently, and this is the last time we will be doing the introductory pricing, so definitely want to get you in on that. So today we're going to be talking about Juniper Berry. So isn't this beautiful? So here's Juniper Berry that I actually just went and picked today. And you can see that it is obviously an evergreen. And the berries themselves are blue. They are like the color of deep ocean water. And that's very interesting because from a traditional Chinese medicine standpoint, we understand that juniper in general, but especially Juniper Berry, has a strong affinity for the water element. Now, as we're going into winter, we are entering what is a new season that is characterized by new things. There's going to be certain things in the new season of winter that are going to be challenges for us. There's going to be certain things that are going to be easier. And one of the things that happens in winter is that our water element actually becomes excessive. And when water element becomes excessive, we experience a lot of different things in our body. And this is one of the things that in the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy, we really dive into how we approach this in a way that's, pretty fun and pretty easy. And I give you all the tools that you need. So super slick. But just know that in winter, when you go into winter, our characteristic is that we are in a yin season, meaning a season of rest, which is very good for us to do. But sometimes when we have too much inertia, when we have too much lack of activity, when we're really inside and we're disconnected from nature, we can feel heavy and weighed down. We can actually carry excess water weight in our body. So if you've ever experienced that, give me a thumbs up or a comment out there, because that is something that my body does struggle with from time to time, especially during the winter. So the interesting thing about juniper is that it has the ability to nourish certain parts of the body that tend to struggle during the winter, and that is our urinary tract system. So that includes our bladder and our kidneys. Now, from a traditional Chinese medicine standpoint, the kidneys and the area between the kidneys are really like the deepest part of our body, and it's where some of our most important forms of energy are stored and restored and made. So when we talk about chi, when we talk about prana, things like that, the kidneys really help to regulate that. And what can happen is that we can have excessive energy in that area and we can have deficient energy in that area. What's interesting about juniper berry is that it is a tonic for either situation. So it's going to be great for restoring energy balance for you. It will be also helpful for the very practical challenge of excess water retention. So it's actually somewhat of a diuretic, but not like, that you buy in the store. It's something that works naturally and in harmony with your body's natural systems and cycles to bring that back into harmony. So recently I've created a serum that includes juniper berry along with some other very helpful essential oils that really are, normally with aromatherapy, we don't think of juniper or really any other essential oils as having super direct contact with the kidneys because the kidneys are so deep within the body. We think of really the things like the respiratory system, the skin, and to some extent the digestive system having some interaction with essential oils. But by the time we get down to the kidneys, that deepest level of the body, we don't really see that there's a lot of direct interaction. However, on an energetic level and even a physical level, when it comes to juniper is one of those essential oils that colors outside the lines, and it can actually be really very, very beneficial and helpful for those concerns. So the serum that I've created recently, I've just been experimenting with it. You might see it in the apothecary in the future. Helps to restore the kidney chi. So this is something like where if you've struggled with adrenal burnout, if you've gone through a really stressful time in the fall or recently, what you can do is use a little bit of juniper berry or juniper essential oil and some carrier oil, and you can actually apply that back here on your back to your kidneys. Like if you imagine where your kidneys are, underneath your ribs, really low in your back is where you're going to find them. The other thing to know about the kidneys is, do you know what sits on top of the kidneys is your adrenals. And so if you're having some achy back and stuff, sometimes it's not even just muscle tension, although muscle tension can be a part of that. Sometimes it's that your adrenals are just like, hey, I've had enough. So the juniper berry can be really helpful for restoring some of that chi, some of that energy. And especially if you feel like you've really suddenly blown out your adrenals from a traumatic event, or maybe you just had I had a day during hunting season where I really had to push my body and I was in extreme conditions outside in the cold and the wind, which are two of our challenges going into winter. They're called external pathogens actually in Chinese medicine. The cold and the wind are two of those pernicious influences that can be really hard on our health. Now, juniper can help to restore balance with that. It can actually help to dispel that wind and that cold. So it's good for that. Helps to restore the energy of that kidney chi. So it's good for that. And it's also good for those energetic leaks that happen, like when you kind of blow out your energy and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm totally depleted and exhausted. Definitely look at using juniper berry. Plus, it is known to free the spirit, so it helps you to connect with your heart and connect your heart to the things outside of you that are most important to be connected to, which is actually what we're going to be talking about during winter session of the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy. So again, don't forget to go over to intuitivewinter.com and get yourself enrolled in class while you still can. So a couple ideas for using juniper other than put it in a carrier oil and putting it on your back onto your kidneys. One of the things that I do and I specialize in, and this is very common for herbalists and aromatherapists to have one or two plants that they have a really strong personal connection with and spend a lot of time working with. And for me, juniper is one of those. It's something that grows here indigenously in North Dakota that I can go out and wildcraft, and I can then distill that into essential oil, but even more importantly, into hydrosol. So this is juniper hydrosol. That's the second byproduct of distillation. So when you distill essential oils, you get essential oil, but then you get the hydrosol. And the hydrosol has all of the same benefits plus some of the essential oil, but it is much safer and a lot of fun to use in so many applications. So I like to encourage people to play with hydrosols, and I actually have several different hydrosols available related to juniper in the apothecary right now. So you can go to prairiearomatherapy.com, go to shop here, and then you can look under hydrosols and you will find juniper berry hydrosol. So this is painstaking to make because, as you can see, the juniper berries are very small, very small. And so you are one by one picking each individual berry off of the tree and separating it from all the sticks and leaves and all of that and distilling it. And it's, you know, when I use my big still for that, it takes a lot of juniper berries. So it's a lot of effort that goes into this amazing, helpful medicine that we have from the juniper berry. And I suggest using that in your diffuser as a room spray this time of year. It's really great for that. It's, you know, you can put it into your bath water. You can spray it on yourself after you get out of the bath or shower. You can use it as a linen spray. Lots of different uses for that juniper berry just all on its own. Now, if you like to have a little bit more warmth in the feeling of whatever you're doing for your aromatherapy these days as we get into colder weather, then I would suggest looking at, this is really hard to see in this light, I don't know if I can dim this at all, nope. This is called Snowshoe Room and Body Spritzer. So this is the juniper berry hydrosol layered with juniper berry essential oil and cedarwood essential oil, which is a really warm, sort of like fatherly, just comforting sort of sacred scent that is really beautiful to blend with the juniper. And so same thing with this, you can use it as body spray. You can use it as a room spray, you can put it in your bath water, you can diffuse it, all those kinds of things. So juniper is one of our best allies to be using as we go into winter season. And again, we're going to be diving into that and many other aromatherapy and herbal tips and tricks during the winter season of the Intuitive and Seasonal Living Academy, all designed to help you feel like you are re-empowered with the information that you need to take back your power with your health and wellness and be able to live that vibrant, holistic lifestyle with ease, and also really in touch with your intuition and your own inner direction and where you really want to be taking your life. So head over to intuitivewinter.com and get yourself enrolled in class, and I will see you when our session starts, and next week again for our next essential oil profile on Wednesday. And if you have any specific essential oils that you would like me to profile, go ahead and comment below in this video. If you have used juniper before and you've had results with it or you like it, would love to hear your comments below as well. And I will see you later.